Welcome to another TruckPay video tutorial. My name is Ben, and today we're going to go through an overview of TruckPay, the world's most comprehensive e-ticketing and dispatch platform for material suppliers, aggregate producers, scrap metal yards, truck brokers, and independent owner-operators. TruckPay is your one-stop shop, enterprise paperless e-ticketing solution connecting drivers, suppliers, producers, and truck scales. TruckPay will allow you to maximize efficiency, dynamically leverage your workforce, allow truck drivers to weigh in safely, and drastically improve your back office productivity. Let's get into it. TruckPay has a ton of features that are fully customizable to meet your company's needs. But at its core, TruckPay is broken down into sites and jobs. Sites are where you pick up and drop off material, and jobs are tasks that you can do on a site. You can have multiple jobs on one site. For instance, you can have a job that requires a dump truck to move aggregate from a site to another location, and on that same site, you can have another job where a belly dump truck is moving bank sand from your site to another location, or vice versa. Let's start with creating a site. To create a site, we're going to click on the Create Site button on the top of the menu on the left-hand side. We're then presented with a variety of fields to fill out, some required and some optional. You can define a name for your site, and you can also define a custom location ID. If you have an EPA ID, you can input that as well. As we all know, when developing a new site, sometimes that site can have an address, sometimes it's just a location on the map, and sometimes it can just be a random coordinate. TruckPay supports all of these various types of locations. Select a country and type in an address to enter in an address. Click on Use Coordinates to input latitude and longitude, or just simply click on the map and drop a pin. You then have to define a start date and end date for when this site will be active, as well as an open and a close time. You can always edit this after you've created your site. You must then select what type of site it is, if it's public for owner-operators and subcontractors, or private for only your employees to see. We also ask for the internet quality at the site, whether it's Wi-Fi or cellular, as well as electricity. That's just so we can help better monitor each site. And of course, you can upload a picture of your site so it is easily recognizable by drivers that come into it, as well as dispatchers in your back office. Now let's get into jobs. Jobs are broken down into a few different categories depending on the type of permissions you have within TruckPay. At the moment, I'm a user with the managerial permission group. This allows me to see current, pending, past, in progress, and external jobs. Query allows you to create unique queries to find different types of jobs. However, if I was a company driver with the company driver permission group, I would only see current, in progress, and past jobs. If I was an independent owner-operator, I would see current, in progress, nearby, bidded, and past jobs. Current jobs are ones where a driver has either been dispatched to or awarded a bid to. Pending is a job that has been created but does not have any drivers assigned to it just yet. Past jobs are jobs where the end date is after the current date or it has been marked as completed. In progress jobs are ones where a driver has checked in but has not checked out yet. Nearby jobs are jobs within an independent owner-operator or subcontractor's area for which they can bid. Bidded jobs are ones that an independent or a sub have bid on but haven't been awarded just yet. And external jobs are jobs for users that have been granted view-only access to the job. They cannot modify anything, but they can view what's happening on it. Now that you understand how jobs are broken down on TruckPay, let's create one. To do that, we're going to click on the Create Job button in the same location as where the Create Site button was. Jobs are broken down into different job types. These different types will customize what required fields you will have to fill out when creating a job to meet your desired driver workflow. TruckPay has 6 different job types: standard, 4-way, unknown drop-off, unknown pickup, material disposal, and hazardous waste jobs. For this demo, we're going to select a standard job. We're then going to select what type of privacy setting the job should have. We offer public, exclusive, whitelist, and private. Public jobs are open to the public, where independents and subs can bid on them. Exclusive jobs are jobs where only your preferred companies or company drivers are permitted to work on. Whitelist jobs take exclusive a step further and only allow your preferred companies to work on them, no company drivers. And private jobs are jobs strictly for your own company drivers. For this demo, we're going to create a public job and select US dollars as the currency. If there is a specific customer's name and phone number you would like to record, you can add that as well. Next, TruckPay allows you to send your e-tickets to various Department of Transportations in real time. As you can see here, we can send our tickets to PennDOT by selecting PennDOT. We'll click Next. And now it's time to fill out the information about our job. Remember, you only need to do this once per job. You can duplicate jobs to prevent entering repetitive information, and you can modify jobs after you've created them. Let's give our job a unique name, which can be anything you'd like: a start date and an end date, and a bidding end date. The bidding end date is the date when independent owner-operators and subcontractors will no longer be able to bid on this public job. Next, let's specify the job start and end time. We can select multiple types of equipment to have on each job. For instance, I could have a job that requires only dump trucks, or a job that requires both dump trucks and belly dump trucks. Only independents and subs that have the equipment type you have chosen to require on the job will see this job in their nearby jobs. Next, we'll specify how many types of equipment we'll need for this job. For instance, we can type in 10 for 10 dump trucks, and then an estimated weight and volume unit for the job. Remember, these are just estimates and won't affect the creation of the job. They are solely for monitoring purposes. We can now specify how we would like to pay our drivers: per hour, per load, per weight, or per volume. When selecting per weight or per volume, you must specify what the weight or volume unit will be. For instance, when selecting weight, we can select tons. We can then specify a bid type. TruckPay supports 3 different bid types: open, fixed, and pre-negotiated. Open means that when owner-operators and subs see your job on the nearby job board, they will not see a price for the job. Instead, they will tell you how much they are willing to work for on this job. You will then be able to see bids coming in, which are only visible to you as the job creator, and you can then decide which drivers or subs to award bids to. Fixed price allows you to specify a specific fixed price for the job, like $8 a ton. And finally, pre-negotiated allows you to select from a rate card for a specific company. Pre-negotiated rate cards are a neat feature that TruckPay offers, which allow you to create standard rates for specific preferred companies of yours. This is useful if you have a previous existing relationship with another company and may want to charge others one price while charging your preferred company another price. You can then choose to toggle the Pay on TruckPay switch on or off. Leaving it on will force you to pay your invoice on TruckPay with the click of a button, and leaving it off will allow you to still view invoices, but you'll only be required to mark them as completed. The difference is that TruckPay will facilitate the payment when it's on, versus you using your own accounts payable software if it's off. Now let's get into how the driver will check into the job. You can require that the driver takes a photo of their truck when they pick up or drop off their load. You can also configure how the driver checks in and checks out of the job. TruckPay supports 3 types of check-ins and 4 types of checkouts. QR code check-in generates a unique encrypted QR code for the driver that a site supervisor must scan at the site for the driver to successfully check in or check out. Self-check-in is the most popular way for drivers to check in. All they have to do is tap the check-in or check-out button. Signature requires a site supervisor to sign their name, while optionally requiring the driver to also sign their name on the mobile device. Lastly, Supervisor Checkout is our remote checkout feature, where a site supervisor or a dispatcher can remotely check a driver out of a job. TruckPay also offers an auto checkout feature you can toggle on and off, which will automatically check a driver out when they leave the checkout geofence, if of course one is specified. Sometimes drivers forget to check out, so this is a very useful feature. You'll also notice we have a check-in fee payer and an auto award toggle. When selecting driver for check-in fee payer, the driver will have the TruckPay e-ticketing fee automatically taken out of their earned pay for the job when their invoice is processed. If company is selected, the job creator covers that fee. This is transparent to the driver and to the job creator. Auto Award gives TruckPay the ability to automatically award incoming bids from independents and subs for you. You'll also notice we have a regular geofence and bidding geofence. The bidding geofence restriction only allows owner-operators and subs within that specified geofence to bid on those jobs. Track Driver Return Route allows you to track the route of a driver not just from point A to point B, but from point B to point C as well. Sign-off members allows you to specify a list of up to 3 employees within your company that must approve an invoice before it is processed. Rainout allows drivers to get paid a fee if they showed up to a job and it is not canceled within the Rainout specified time frame. TruckPay allows you to add a list of emails that you can grant view-only access to jobs. This is a useful tool for allowing customers and other personnel to view what's happening on a job without being able to edit it. We're almost done. Now we just need to specify the material pickup and drop-off location. Note that at least one of these locations must be a site you have created. When selecting a material type, you can either select from our pre-existing list of materials, or you can add your own list of custom materials. You can add as many custom materials and make as many custom lists as you'd like. TruckPay also gives you the ability to add a haulback to your job, but we're not going to do that right now. Now that our job is created, let's add a vehicle to our profile so we can dispatch one of our own company drivers in addition to awarding a bid from an owner-operator. On the main menu, select Vehicles. You'll be able to see your vehicles on a list or live on a map. To create a new vehicle, click on either List or Map, then on the top of the menu, just like in Create Site and Create Job, click the Create Vehicle button. As you can see here, we must input all of our required fields and then click Create Vehicle. To dispatch, we'll go to the Dispatch module, and we'll drag and drop our truck and driver onto the schedule. Now it's time to award bids. As I've mentioned a few times, owner-operators and subs can bid on public jobs using the TruckPay job board service. You can easily award or decline those bids in real time by going to your job's detail view and clicking the Award or Decline button. Now let's jump into the most important part of TruckPay, e-tickets. E-tickets are generated in real time. You can track the progress of each ticket from the time the driver checks in to the time they check out. Drivers never lose a ticket as they are all stored securely in the cloud. You can access your e-tickets at any time and even have them automatically exported to you at the end of each day into PDF, CSV, or Microsoft Excel format. You can see the precise date and time a driver checks in and checks out, the route they took, the time it took to load and unload their truck, the weight and material in the truck, and everything you could possibly want to know about each delivery is now readily available to you with TruckPay. Let's check in and out as a driver to see what our e-ticket looks like. We'll tap the check-in button, and you'll notice for checking in, this is a self-check-in. Now we'll confirm that our truck has been loaded, we'll drive around, and then we'll check out and confirm that our load has been dropped. Voila! There is your e-ticket. I hope you enjoyed this overview of TruckPay, the world's most comprehensive e-ticketing and dispatch platform for material suppliers, aggregate producers, scrap metal yards, truck brokers, and independent owner-operators. We'll see you in the next one.